this might be the most broken light bowgun build in Monster Hunter Wilds. It's a high risk, insanely high reward. We are talking Pierce rounds so strong they melt bosses like cheese on a lava plate. We've got a build that trades comfort for absurd damage, and if you love glass cannon chaos like I do, this build is your dream. Later in this video, I'll show you a mechanic that makes light bowgun straight up busted on PC. But first, let's break down this monster melting machine. And hey, if you're into high damage builds, hit that sub button so you don't miss the even more optimized version that I'm cooking up soon. Let's get into it. In this build, we are taking a meta which uses Gelatia, or whatever the name of this weapon is, which is the weapon that you craft from Raid DAO. This weapon comes with Pierce ammo and Pierce ammo magazine. But to equip the Pierce ammo magazine and have 4 shots at your disposal, you need to customize the bowgun, click on it, and choose Pierce ammo magazine. Okay, so now we know what weapon we are using. On the next video where I min-max this build, we might go for an Artian weapon, but for now, we're gonna use the Claire gun. So on our weapon, we are going with a critical boost level 5 and opening shot. You will notice that we are not using any specific combos here, like the Gore combo or the Numinous combo or the Arc combo. We are using one of each. And that will allow us to have Weakness Exploit level 5, Burst level 5, Divine Blessing level 3, Earplugs level 3, Agitator level 2, and level 2 Constitution with the Self-Improvement. We have 3 of the highest damage skills in the game active at the same time. Weakness Exploit maxed out, Burst maxed out, and Agitator on level 2. Agitator on level 2 will grant us plus 8 raw damage and plus 5% affinity, which is very nice. The trade-off for not using 2 gore pieces is minus 5% affinity, but we gain 8 raw damage. And I do also have another variation of the build that you maybe like more than this one. After testing them, both do the same amount of DPS, but this is more consistent because Burst works all the time, and the other has Agitator maxed out, which only works when the boss is enraged. So here are the jewels we are using for this build: Tenderizer for the Weakness Exploit, Earplugs, and Self-Improvement, which is one of my favorite skills in the game, plus 5 to defense after 5 minutes, and after 10 minutes, plus 10 to defense and plus 5 to raw damage. So that means at the end of the fight, usually when the fight is taking a little bit longer than needed, you will have a small extra damage boost. Also, Self-Improvement will get you to 400 defense after you max out the armor set that you are wearing with the armor spheres, and that is approximately the number that you want your defense to be around. So this is what we're using on the Numinous Crown. On the Arc Male B, we're using Challenger Jewel for the Agitator and Earplugs. On the G-Arc Van Braces B, we are using triple Divine Blessing, which saved me a million times after testing this build. Trust me, this is what you need to not waste your team's feints. On the Gore Waist, we are using a Tenderizer for the Weakness Exploit and another Earplugs here to max out. And for the legs, we are using Mizutsune Greaves B, which comes with 2 burst by its own, and on that we're gonna get another level with the Chain Jewel. And the talisman we are using is the Chain Charm 2, which will provide us with a burst level 2. Now you will see that there are multiple things that you can change in this build for your comfort and your playstyle. For example, many people like to run Evade Extender so they can reposition faster, and this jewel is a level 2 jewel, so you can replace Earplugs with this for some more comfort, more safety to reposition faster. But I went for maximum DPS, so I needed to be still doing DPS when the enemies roar. But let's be honest, if you want more comfort, just go for the Evade Extender. Now, if you want to go super crazy, replace Earplugs with Counter-Strike for even more damage when you're getting knocked out. It felt like Earplugs was the best choice because overall, not being able to do damage on those windows really disturbed me. And the mantle that I'm using is the Corrupted Mantle. Fellas, a lot of people recommend to use the Evasion Mantle. The problem is that most of the times this thing is not working. Even though the Corrupted Mantle is nerfed, it works from the moment you start using it until the end. Where the Invasion Mantle, a lot of the times you will not even activate it more than twice when you're wearing it. So what's the point? I'd rather have more damage and affinity from the start to the end, which is a more reliable DPS boost than having to perfectly dodge and put myself in danger to activate the Evasion Mantle. And this, guys, is the secondary version that I talked about before, which has a maxed out Agitator, uses 2 gore pieces for the extra affinity and 1 level of burst, but 2 levels on the earplugs. Being able to have level 3 earplugs really feels good, but other than that, you don't really have crazy differences DPS wise with the other build. This one has a little bit higher DPS when everything is active, and the other has more reliable and steady DPS, and you guys can choose your poison. I will make sure to try to optimize and find different combinations maybe in the future with an Artian Light Bowgun, but for now this thing is putting up so much damage, is incredible, dude. And if you're wondering how good is the damage of this build, I will show you some DPS tables from the DPS mode calculator that I'm using when crafting builds for you guys, that the numbers are insane. Alright fellas, it's time for the ultimate DPS combo. Now I will show you the combo and then I will explain how everything works, and I will include a very spicy trick for the PC players right here because we have insane input lag in this game. Even Nvidia Reflex plus Boost cannot help us in this game. I actually feel like sometimes I'm pressing buttons and they do nothing. So this will fix a very big issue for us. For the people who are using consoles, you guys have less input lag, so you will need to do something way different. So let me show you the combo right here. We're gonna switch mode, get our corrupted mantle, and start dancing. On the bottom right hand side, we are doing 400 damage per second at the moment, even though I'm not optimizing my damage right now. But hey, reload, switch the mode again, start dancing. And now the corrupted mantle is off. So 300 damage per second approximately if the enemy is stationary. And we do all the combo on the weak spot, right? That is an absurd amount of damage. So now, what is burst dancing? After you switch mode by pressing F or whatever button is that for you fellas, on the consoles you can see it on the top right side, switch mode, you can press F to do it. So now you're using your gauge on the right side above the Pierce ammo letters. Now you will see a command, which is the last one, that is saying W plus click plus space for burst step. For PC users, this is almost impossible. The input lag in this game is insane. So what can we do to fix that? We can do a simple trick that PC users can do, and that is using macros. This is not a competitive game, and we are not using the macros to compete on kill time, so this is totally legal. And you will see right here on the screen that we are using the simple macro that is literally the same buttons that the combo is showing us right here. And I'm gonna put these macros onto the side of my mouse where we have 2 buttons, and the first one in the front will be W click plus space, and the one on the back will be S click plus space, and that will allow me to do the burst dancing without any issues, thus meaning that you will not miss a single combo. So now this way you will be able to do something like that: front, back, front, back. The only thing I used right there was my side mouse buttons, and if you want you can do all back or all front. Now for my boys who are using consoles, guys, unfortunately I don't have a trick for you. Since you don't have input lag, this might be a little bit easier for you. Please let me know down in the comments if this is actually easier for you. Otherwise, you're gonna guys have to really master the timing of this combo, and let me tell you, it's a very difficult one. I tried it, at least on the PC, and it was a nightmare. I think that this is partially Capcom's fault because the timing on the combo, at least for the PC, is horrible. Most of the times you end up rolling, not activating the combo, even though you are doing everything correct. Now you'll say, but you are using a macro with the same buttons and it's working. The only difference is that on the macro, the space between the clicks is 5 milliseconds, which is humanly impossible to do so, at least consistently, because you will get it right once or twice. So unless they want us to do the combo with 5 milliseconds with the mouse and keyboard, I will still be using the macros. Also fellas, real quick and I'll let you enjoy this fight, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's been dropping likes, comments and support on the last videos. It seriously means a lot. I try to reply to as many comments as I can because I love talking with you guys and helping you out whenever I can. And honestly, shoutouts to everyone who's been sharing good and useful tips too. Just because I'm a content creator and I spend a ton of time in the game doesn't mean I know everything, and I'm always learning from the community. So huge thank you for being awesome. This fight was one of my fastest fights actually with Zoshia using this build, so I hope you guys enjoy. And I'll see you on the next one.